Hey, welcome to Cow-Free Kicks. On this channel, I review leather-free sneakers only, and this video is about my favorite Black Friday deal. Should have put this video out at least a week ago, but sickness has stopped that. That's why I'm wearing a hat. That's why I might sound a little bit rough, but let's do this video now anyway. It is about the Nike ISPA Sense FLYKNIT, Volt Green and Black. Welcome to the channel. If you've not seen one of my reviews before, I always look into 5 different categories that I think are really important when you're making that decision into buying a new pair of sneakers, and they are looks, comfort, weight, breathability and price. And then at the end of the video, I will give these Nike ISPA Sense FLYKNITs an overall rating out of 5 stars. If you do like what you see as you're going along and you want to show a little bit of extra support, please do not forget to click the little thumbs up like button below on your device, and whilst you're down there you can also subscribe to the channel. So let's start this review off as we always do by checking out these Nike ISPA Sense FLYKNITs on feet. Currently available in many different colorways via the Nike app and website, these Nike ISPA Sense FLYKNITs have been around for some time. I do appreciate that, but they are my Black Friday sale sneaker of the year because of the whopping discount I managed to achieve on these, and because I do think the original price that they were released at was way too high, and that did initially put me off buying them. But I've kept my eye on them, and I did have some price alerts set for them, and they've definitely come down to a price that I think is an absolute steal for these, and we'll talk more about that in the price section. For me, the colorway that is the best is this Volt Green colorway. You get the hit of the Volt Green on this quilted area of the sneaker on the upper that runs all the way around the shoe, on top of this incredibly chunky charcoal midsole with these little waves and linear cutouts that run all the way around with the tiny bit of Nike branding towards the toe of the shoe. On the inside of the foot, you have this incredibly enlarged, oversized nylon strap with some ISPA embroidery that wraps around to the middle of the foot. And then as you move towards the heel of the sneaker, you've got more of this extreme nylon strapping in this Volt Green and Black, and this little heel pull here that will help you put on this kind of boot cut sneaker, this mid-finished boot cut shoe that I just think looks really good in hand and on feet. I like the little details you get towards the toe box with the fact that this Nike grind outsole rides up over the toe. You get some more embroidery here, creating quite a durable front to the sneaker, and then it does tail off into this very open FLYKNIT with the lacing system on top of that. The quilted areas do sit on top of the FLYKNIT as well, and then you've got exposed areas here with lots of breathability holes, and also there is a lot of exposure with how open the webbing is on this FLYKNIT. It's very soft to the touch, and you get some exposed padding towards the top of the sneaker around the foot opening on the boot section, and you do get these kind of ribbed circular laces that fit onto this lacing system that pulls in right across the foot, so all the way from down towards the base of your heel and all the way towards the toe. And because you've got this enlarged strap here on the midsole, when you put these on, you do feel very safe and secure. Moving towards the outsole of the sneaker, you do have some Nike grind materials. You can see the hardened rubber here in multicolored that you get towards the toe and towards the heel. At least 20% of this sneaker is recycled as well, and I do like the ISPA range from how different they are to other standard Nike shoes, and I do think these look really good on feet. I appreciate they might be quite a polarizing sneaker because of the way they look, but I think they look absolutely great, and I've been looking for a mid-cut boot kind of finish sneaker for a long time, and I think these are going to definitely fill that hole in my rotation. Now I want to move on to their comfort, where I want to put this incredibly chunky unnamed midsole to the test on my back doorstep. There's so much midsole on this pair of Nike ISPA Sense FLYKNIT. It's incredibly large. You can see how thick it is, and that thickness pretty much runs all the way from the toe towards the heel, and it is a very firm ride underfoot because, as you can see, they're an incredibly firm pair of sneakers. Now that's mainly because of the fact that you do have this hardened plastic insert on the midsole of the sneaker here that holds this very large nylon strap for the security on top of your feet. Overall, I didn't mind the ride under feet though. Even though it does ride on the firmer side, there is a nice amount of squish and comfort, even though the step test shows that they're very rigid when you're walking in these, because of the way that it's quite pronouncedly raised towards the toe end of the shoe. You do have quite a nice rocking walking motion in these that does propel you forward quite nicely. Not too much, but it is just enough. But they do ride on the firmer side, so if you're after a cloud-like feel, you're not going to get that with these, unfortunately. And then we move on to the upper of the sneaker, which is just an absolutely beautiful quilt-like fit. You've got this raised quilt-like material on the outside of the sneaker here, and you can feel that on the inside when you slip your feet into these. You've got the extra padding on the outside of the shoe as well, and this Flyknit is very soft. So when you've got your foot inside these and you lace it up, and you do have the extra support of the lacing strap system on the middle of the foot and where the laces come from towards the heel and towards the toe, you do feel very safe and secure in these. I didn't have any foot movement in these at all, and they do feel very nice and padded on the top of your feet. Now fit wise, they're an absolute true fit for me. I've got perfect length UK size 10 feet, but my feet are slightly wider than average, but I found that there was ample room in the toe box for me. I wouldn't want to go any smaller, and if you do have above average feet width wise, I would definitely go half a size up, because I do have slightly wider than average feet, and my feet were kind of at the limits of the way that this Flyknit upper is going to expand. Because there is quite a lot of quilted material here, it's not as forgiving, this Flyknit upper, as most. So if you do have slightly wider than average feet, you might want to consider going half a size up. Now I want to move on to their weight, where I want to pop them on the scales. Coming in at 347 grams per sneaker, that's a great weight for a pair of sneakers that I consider to be a 100% lifestyle shoe. I don't think you're going to get away with doing any physical activity in these, just because I don't think you get enough responsiveness or flexibility with this chunky midsole unit, and I don't think the upper is going to offer you enough support if you are going to use these for any extended exercise. So as it is a 100% lifestyle shoe, that weight of 347 grams is great for me. They did feel incredibly lightweight on feet, so they're not going to weigh your feet down if you're wearing around all day. And also, I consider any sneaker under the 350 gram mark and below to be a lightweight shoe, so they do fit into the lightweight category, which is a really nice touch. Now I want to move on to their breathability, where I want to pump this Flyknit quilted upper full of smoke to see how breathable they are. You can see how quickly the smoke escapes and how quickly it engulfed the camera. There's so many areas for the smoke to escape on these sneakers that make them an incredibly breathable pair of shoes. You can see just from the eye test, just from looking at him, this exposed Flyknit weave on the upper is very open, so that offers really nice breathability. And then on top of that, you've got these larger exposed holes in the quilted section just on top of this large midsole unit that run all the way around towards the heel. They're just separated here by the nylon strap at the back, but then as you move around to the other side, you can see you get some more areas that are exposed with the holes on the quilted area. So you do get a nice amount of breathability with these shoes, and they, to be honest, one of the quickest releases I've ever seen in a pair of sneakers, just because of the amount of areas where the smoke could escape. So overall, a really, really nice breathable pair of sneakers. And now let's talk about this Black Friday price that I got these at. Now, the original price was £180, and that for me was way, way too steep. But I managed to get these at, I think it was 47% off. I picked these up for £95. Though with the additional £4.99 shipping, I managed to get this pair of sneakers for just under £100. And I think that's an absolute steal, considering that these retail at £180. Now it's a bit more expensive on the Nike app and website at the moment. Their price is £129.75. So do shop around, because there will be some retailers that will be offering bigger discounts on this pair of sneakers if you are interested. And that's why they're my best Black Friday deal, because I've always liked the shoe, and to get a pair of sneakers that has 47% off and I think offers a lot looks wise and also breathability and weight wise, I just think overall they're a really nice pair of shoes, and that's why I'm going to give them a big 4 stars. The only thing I think that lets them down is their comfort. I do wish that they were a little bit more cushioned underfoot. They do ride a little bit too rigid for me, but in every other department, obviously price-wise, because of the Black Friday sale, they come in at a very nice price. I do think they look really nice. They're incredibly breathable, and I do think they hold a great weight for everything that you get with this shoe. So it's a very strong 4 stars, but I just think they're let down a little bit too much by the fact that they're a little bit too firm. Now, if you've liked what you've seen today, please do not forget to give the video a thumbs up right before you leave. You can also follow me on Instagram, drop any comments below, and I'll hope to see you again soon. Not ill. See you later. Bye.